Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to this little segment, this little discussion that I want to discuss with everybody. Now, as everybody knows, that the Gotham Sirens thing is going to be directed by David Ayer, and it's actually scheduled. It's not even scheduled yet, but yesterday they actually said, "Hey, look, we're going to go on ahead and make a Gotham Sirens movie." To me, at first, I was like, "Okay, this sounds like a good idea. This actually sounds like something different." But then I had to take a little step back and remember this. The problem with WB and DC is the fact that they're very reactionary, and I'm going to quote John Campea on that, because they are very reactionary. I defended, just like John Campea did, I defended Man of Steel in 2013. I had a lot of fun with Batman vs. Superman, despite the bad editing problems that they had with that movie. And yes, the director's cut actually did it justice, no pun intended. It actually did the movie justice because it gave us that 30 minutes of extra flavor that we didn't get in the original movie. And therefore, I actually enjoyed the extra 30 minutes that I got. Suicide Squad actually was a pretty good movie. I had a lot of fun with it, but it did have its editing problems, just like it did with Man of Steel. Not Man of Steel, but Batman vs. Superman. And I have to say this. Warner Brothers, get your crap together, just like John Campea said, because look, quit trying to go off of what's popular and what everybody is loving. Just because we love one thing and everything, that doesn't mean that you should go ahead and go on to this thing, because not necessarily we're not gonna like what you guys are dishing out just because it's the most popular thing right now. Yes, we might like a certain movie that you guys done, but it doesn't mean that you have to make another one just like it, or the fact that you have to make something else because it was a popular character or it was a popular film. You need to go on ahead and be like a Kevin Feige and do what's best for the universe that you're trying to create. You guys actually need to have someone in there instead of executives. You need to have someone in there that says, "No, I'm not going to greenlight this idea. I don't like this idea. This idea is trash." But instead, you're like a dog chasing cars, and this is a direct line from the Joker. You wouldn't know what to do with it, even if you got your hands on it, because of the fact that you don't understand the material, don't understand what you're going for. I love the casting choices for Ben Affleck. I love the casting choices for I love the casting choice for Aquaman and stuff like that. You guys knocked it out of the park with those. But as for story ideas, as for stuff like that, you guys don't know what you guys are doing. And another thing that I have to say, Megan Fox, rumored to be Wonder Woman. Not Wonder Woman. Poison Ivy is probably the most worst thing that I ever heard of in my entire life. Okay, number one, Megan Fox can't act her way out of a paper bag. Watch Jennifer's Body and everything, and you actually see the horrible dialogue. You see how she's delivering her lines. Not only that, but even in the Transformers movies, she's only going to be there for a sex appeal. The script for Poison Ivy is going to be butchered. It's going to be one-liners. It's going to be awful. You don't need to have that kind of stuff in this kind of movie. You need to have something that's actually going to direct towards the comic book fans that actually are going to be pleased to say, okay, that's our Poison Ivy. That's who we're going to get. And that's going to be the end of it. Megan Fox only shows her stomach. She shows her breasts a little bit. And there's not going to be anything there. She's not a solid A-list actress. Look at Jonah Hicks. Look at all those film movies and those filmographies. Those movies are bad. In my honest opinion, those movies are horrible. And I've tried giving Megan Fox a chance. I'm like, okay, maybe this might actually be the chance that Megan Fox wows me. Now, if you like her as an actress, that's cool with me and everything, because all film is subjective. You can like who you like. But just because I don't like this actress doesn't mean that you shouldn't like this actress at all. But for me personally, the girl cannot act. The girl has this. As a matter of fact, I think the best thing for her is to go on a sitcom and try and get her acting chops back online to where they need to be. But that's just my own personal opinion. But back when I'm saying with the executives of Warner Brothers, you need to have a Kevin Feige in there. You have Jeff Johns in there, for crying out loud. The guy who made Aquaman awesome again from the New 52. You have him in there. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he has a lot of say in what's going on in this thing. To me, I think he should be the Kevin Feige of the DC universe, and all the executives take a chillax and everything, and let the directors do what they need to do. And if you guys need to step in, let you guys step in. But don't interfere with what the directors are trying to do, because the directors are actually trying to give us the best film possible that they can actually make. And then Next thing you know, we have a Batman vs Superman situation where there's going to be a lot of editing on the floor, and it's not going to actually do any good for the movie that we're seeing. Yes, sometimes I understand that reshoots are scheduled and stuff like that, and sometimes it enhances the experience. Sometimes it doesn't enhance the experience. But in my honest opinion, with Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad and everything, you should have just left well enough alone as far as editing goes. To me, a 3 hour long movie is perfect. Look at Casino. That movie was a 3 hour long movie. People loved it. I don't understand why it had to be the way it is now. But I actually own the director's cut, so I love the director's cut of what it is. And it actually enhances that experience. Now, is Suicide Squad the same way? I don't know. I haven't bought the director's cut yet or anything like that, so I don't have that view on it yet, but I will pretty soon. I'll actually have a review up on that. But as far as everything else goes, Megan Fox, no, you do not need to cast her as Poison Ivy. That's a terrible choice, in my honest opinion. You guys need to actually have a little slap across the face and actually realize what you guys are doing. To me, my top two choices, and even one of my girlfriend even agrees with this choice, and she even gave me another choice. Now, number one, have Emma Stone as Poison Ivy. Now, that's actually a good choice in my honest opinion. Yes, she played Gwen and everything in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but just because she played that role for the Marvel Universe, it doesn't mean that she can't be in a DC movie. And I also have examples of that too, if you want to actually contradict yourself. But issue with her wanting to go on ahead and be in a DC movie if she chooses to be. And then also another person I would actually choose is Lucifer, the actress who plays Lucifer's mother. She would actually be another good choice. Because she's the same age as Ben Affleck. She's also got the acting chops. She's got these attitudes. She's very sassy. She's got all the makings. Poison Ivy. Megan Fox? No, not happening. Don't like her. Don't want her. But if it is who it is, I'll look at the trailer and see maybe it allows me if this is actually true. But I'm hoping it's not true. So that's my acting. That's actually the two choices that I have for Poison Ivy itself. And I understand something too. I mean, we all have our likes and dislikes on certain actresses and everything. For me, Megan Fox is not and that she is someone that you like. But for me personally, no. Just no. But like I said, the executives, Kevin Feige and stuff like that, Marvel, they actually know what they're doing. They are not reactionary. They actually know the universe that they're trying to create around it. And this is what the WB needs to do. And that's just my view on it. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the rumors of Megan Fox possibly being Poison Ivy? Tell me who you would cast as Poison Ivy. Tell me below. Tell me what you guys think of Gotham Sirens, and tell me what you guys think. Should WB go ahead and have an executive or someone that's in charge of their movies like the Kevin Feige? To me, Jeff Johns was the perfect choice, but he's not really doing much behind the scenes, in my honest opinion. And I'll let you know below what your thoughts are. So, don't forget to comment below, give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe below, and until next time.